It's thinking. Okie dokie. So we're now officially live on our first live broadcast. So before we get any further, let me go ahead and start. Welcome to the Lock on Everything with your host Brian Locklear, and tonight we have our co-host Mr. Brian Williams. How are
How
you
you
doing, Brian?
doing? I'm good, man. What's going
Good.
on with you, brother?
Not much. So what we have tonight is we're going to go over the goals for what we did over the last 4 months basically, and then talk about our goals for 2020 as far as the podcast is concerned, and also um, personal goals or anything. And then if anybody's watching, then we'll when if they want to ask any questions or anything like that, they can get in. Hopefully people like Joel and a couple more of our sponsors, would they get in, then hopefully they'll get on the link that I sent, and I'll go ahead and allow them to come on here and share whatever they are. Also the same with like Jonathan, Tierra, um, Josh, if he's able to get on. Who else have we interviewed? Joe, if Joe wants to get on. Sam, if Sam wants to get on. So basically anybody that we've done a podcast with or has um, sponsored us, bought merchandise, um, paid a subscription or anything like that, I want to go ahead and get them the chance to go ahead and get involved in here. For those of you that are on um, the Lock on Everything page, just comment on there and it will come to me. And then whoever the one person is is on YouTube right now, um, the reason why I want to go ahead and do this is StreamYard has given us the ability to do, I believe it's a month for a trial basically on this. It's about $20 a month or something to actually do this platform where I can go live on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. Um, until we get any questions or comments. So Brian, as you know, we started in September 11th was our first episode. Um, so from there, going with nobody listening and not knowing what was going on, um, to now, I think we've done a pretty good job of um, coming from nothing really. We got a couple people on um, Anchor that sponsor us. We got a couple people on Patreon that sponsors us. We've had 5 or 6 sponsors, which is pretty cool. We made it on
Heck yeah.
YouTube, Facebook. We just set up a Snapchat. Yeah, we got a Twitter. We got pretty much everything. So it's really not
Instagram.
bad. Oh yeah, we got Instagram. We got
Uh,
800.
People can catch us on Google Play. They can catch us up on Apple. And are you there? Well, I don't know what happened. I guess Brian is having technical
Okay,
difficulties.
I think sorry.
I thought
Are
I
you
was going to
there?
have to take over there for a minute. I was letting people know you were having technical difficulties.
Yeah, stop moving your phone around. You like make people seasick.
I'm still nervous. What can I say?
But I guess we're good now. Oh, okay, I got you.
Oh no,
So
I
I'm,
was
I'm
just letting
guessing
the
we're
people
good.
know. Yeah, I'm good. I was just letting the people know they can catch us on Apple. We are on Apple and we're on Google Play. So for those of you that are not catching us on Spotify and Anchor. Of course.
And then let's see, we're on Pocket Cast, we're on Radio Public, we're on pretty much everything. If it's
I think our next
iHeartRadio.
goal. I think our next goal needs to be like XM Radio.
Oh, that would be awesome.
That needs to be our next goal. Add that to the list.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. I'm trying to send a message. But so I would like to do that. I'm actually trying to work on getting a radio show.
That would be great. We both have the face for radio.
Yeah. Oh, so if anybody is concerned, also, I actually brought some picture or some merchandise that everyone can see for these shirts. So those are pretty cool.
Those shirts are dope, man.
I would like to in 2020 get like some beanies and stuff. We can make sweaters. Oh, I got this one too. I don't know if everybody, it says ask me about my podcast, so that's pretty cool. And then it's got the lock on everything right there, so that's pretty gnarly. But so nobody's responded to us on Facebook or YouTube, but they're watching us. So, well, what can I say?
Yeah,
all right, so
that's the best we can do right now. We're beggars. We can't be too choosy.
Yeah, that is true. So, all right, so what would be your favorite episode that we did this year?
The one that we just posted with Jonathan, I think would have to be my favorite one. Not taking anything from the rest of them because, we have done some good episodes, but my favorite would have to be the one with Jonathan. So, and if there's somebody out there that hasn't listened to it yet, I strongly encourage you to go listen to it. You will not be disappointed at all.
Is that because you cried like twice?
No. See, what it was hot in my house and my eyes were starting to sweat. That's exactly what it was. But no, seriously, there was a lot of deep subjects in there, stuff that would, pull at anybody's heartstrings, and it just gets deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And yeah, you have to listen to it to understand what I'm saying, but it's strong. It's a strong one. It's about real life. But it also talks about how real God is and how good he is, and the fact that he can do anything he wants to at any given time.
So I think I figured out the problem.
It's not me. It's got to be you.
When nerves get bad, I start shaking my leg really bad, and my router starts shaking, and it doesn't like to be shaken. It prefers to be stirred.
It's a pretty strong leg if it knocks out your Wi-Fi connection.
Oh, bro, them nerves be getting bad.
I know what you mean, man. Nerves. I know what you mean. Listen, talking about nerves, and we're talking about episodes. Those 2 episodes that I did, I was nervous as crap. I had no idea what I was doing. I had never done anything like that before. And yeah, that first one, my wife criticized me. She was like, you said too many times. So I tried to fix it on the second one, and I was a little less nervous, but I think if I still had to do one by myself at this point, I would be nervous. So, hey man, when you're nervous,
it was kind of like you. It's kind of like a building standing with no structure.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was, and I was falling all the way down.
Yeah, well, it wasn't. It wasn't bad though. I mean, I enjoyed it. Our first one wasn't. Our first one together
Oh
wasn't like
yeah,
all that perfect.
That reminds me. And one of the ones we just put up, somehow I missed it somehow, or it might have been just the ones I was listening to late. But you threw me up under the bus talking about me and the first one and how I was cooking and moving around in the kitchen, and I'm like, man, this dude just blowing up my spot without me knowing it.
So, in my defense, in every episode, you have said something like "I apologize," or "No offense, but," or "I'm over here crying," or
You know,
just
I know sometimes that I have no filter, and I know sometimes I speak before I think, and that's really hard to do, or to cut out, should I say? And so
what
I know
speak or
sometimes
think.
I can be a little harsh with my words or a little bit too honest, because sometimes my wife tells me, she's like, people don't need that kind of honesty in their life. So I know
Well,
sometimes
so
I can be a little brutal. So that's why
so
I'm
okay.
always
So answer me this:
apologizing.
do you have a problem thinking, a problem speaking, or a problem doing both at the same time?
Sometimes a problem doing both at the same time. Um,
Well, luckily you don't have to think and speak in your current
and then
position.
sometimes on top of that, even when I'm nervous, I'll just ramble and ramble and ramble and ramble. I do that. I have a habit of doing that when I'm nervous. Shut up.
I haven't said anything. Oh, I forgot to show everybody my the flags on my shirt. I didn't do it on the other one either. So these are awesome. So if y'all so the veteran is the only part that can come out of the design. Everything. So make sure y'all go to Jade and get y'all some t-shirts or some, you know, whatever you decide to order. So all right. So your favorite episode was Jonathan.
Uh-huh.
Um, I'm getting a lot of echo on my end. So if anybody else is, let me know.
No, I'm just now starting to hear it, but that's
I don't
that just
know.
started.
Yeah, when you moved your phone.
Oh, I didn't mean to. Hold on. There, I think that's better.
See, that's why I'm the host and you have the co beside your name. It's not co-host and co-host. It's host and co-host. But it's okay, bro. Don't worry about it. I got
It's
you.
fine. It's all right. One day, I'm gonna steal your job away from you.
Oh, is that is? Is that
That's
what
what
it
it
is?
is.
Well,
I'm working my
well,
way to the top
hopefully,
of the ladder.
well, hopefully, one day my name will be on your
I got one
checks.
ring
You know,
left. I got one ring left. I've already knocked everybody else down.
that is true. You ain't got nowhere to go, but
I
well,
ain't got
technically,
nowhere
you're on
else
the
to go.
bottom. So.
Hey,
um,
it's a 2 ring ladder, and I only got one left.
yeah. So I don't know which one I like better. If you're paying attention, on let's see where everybody's at. I think everybody's on Facebook. I don't think nobody's on YouTube. So go comment to me and Brian which one your favorite episode is. Stop moving the phone.
My leg was shaking, man. I'm nervous.
Listen, we're gonna have to
Look at
get
my nerves,
someone.
man. Look at my nerves. My nerves are shot.
So
Not to mention,
on
I'm still not to mention, I'm still suffering from a 12-hour straight drive yesterday from Miami, Florida to North Carolina. So that's not helping me out at all either.
any more complaining you would like to do?
No, not at the moment. I'll probably have some later on though.
Oh, trust me, I think me and the 8 people that are watching know that you're gonna complain. But no, so um I think my favorite episode. That static's still really bad. Move your phone back where it was at.
I don't hear it on my end, man.
Okay, that's perfect. Um, But my favorite episode would either have to be, I guess it would really depend. So my favorite one that dealt with religion would have to be probably grief. My favorite one with politics would have to be what was it? Race, gender, and something.
Race, gender, and equality, I think, is what you put.
And then my favorite one that was like out of left field, that was personal, would probably be the dad one. That
was a good one. Yeah. And for
I mean that
for the 8 million people watching us live right now, I don't know what you've listened to. I don't know what you've heard. But these episodes that we're talking about, if you haven't listened to them, you're selling yourself short, because it gives a lot of valuable information. The dad one gives a lot of information about our judicial system and what us as fathers go through. And it's not a cakewalk by any means. So it's a good one. I have to agree with you on that one too. That was a really good one. And the Archangel with Sam, that was a good one too. Did I lose him again? I lost him again. He's trying to put all the blame on me, but truth be told, he doesn't know what he's doing.
I see your mouth moving, but I have no idea what happened. Because
I hope people are hearing me talk. I really do. I hope they're hearing me talk, because all I'm doing is speaking the truth, just like I do in the podcast. And if you hear anything, that's my 1-year-old daughter yelling at me. So I do apologize in advance for that. She is my boss. And my boss is ungrateful and unappreciative at the moment. So she's yelling at me.
So with the dad episode, that hit home for me for a lot of obvious reasons. We know which episode was everybody else's favorite, because
we know
the
that.
proven.
They need to go back and blow up the other 12, 13, 14 episodes the same way they did.
I mean, if I could get 112 views on the other 12 episodes, it wouldn't be too bad. I wouldn't be upset. I mean, that's we're about to get photobombed.
Yep.
Oh,
we have a very special guest with us.
And the viewer.
Oh, the viewership just skyrocketed. Can you say hey?
Oh yeah, we'll get 10 million. We'll get 10 million views. Hey, Skylar.
She busted at the door, bro. She knocked and knocked and knocked and knocked. You heard her yelling. Can you say hey? Oh, and
she's like, no, just say.
She was. Hey, let me tell you, she was showing off the whole time in Florida. Oh my God. I told him I was a little bit biased because I have the most amazing and perfect baby in the world.
She's like, whatever.
She's looking all. That's her serious face. That's her business face.
So some of the goals for next year. I don't know if very many people know, but you're about 2 hours away from me. So it's not like we can get together and do our episodes. So one or two things are going to have to happen. Either we're going to have to get you to come over to where I'm at, because I plan on setting me a little studio up in here where I'm at. Or we're going to have to set up 2 actual areas.
I think
that way we can hopefully.
I think we should just take all the money that we're making and just buy us a building here in Fayetteville and that'll be our halfway point.
Oh, I believe 2 minutes from your house, an hour from mine.
Well, no, what I'm saying is I'll be hopefully moving soon, and so I'll be about 30 minutes away from Fayetteville then. So, and then you'll be an hour. So, and well, let's move it a little bit closer your way. But I think that's what we should do with the money that we're making is just buy us a building. With the whole, how much is it at this point? $20.
Something like that. I mean, it's some. It's but hey, it's better than it's really better than nothing. So, but like I said, I was saying, the goals.
But
The
no,
goals for
seriously,
next year will be.
all joking aside, yeah, I agree. That's what we need to do. Especially if we're going to get this thing kicking off and everything like that. And we got the sponsorship coming in and everything because let's see, September, October, November, December. We only been doing it for 3 months, and look how far we've come in 3 months. So if we keep going at the rate that we're at now, then in another 3 6 months, there's no telling where we'll be. We'll be hopefully skyrocketing by the end. So with the sponsorship and that we're getting monthly and stuff, that'll help contribute to what we're trying to do. But yes, I absolutely agree that we would have to get together, and I don't know if we would want to film more than one episode at a time because it's such a drive. But that is a good idea.
Well, like these live streams will be fine, but see, like I could set up a whole Wi-Fi just for the podcast, but that's like I think $40 a month, and then uh StreamYard, which is what I'm on now, that's another $20. Well, $26, I should say. And then I just keep adding up the more things I try to get.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but anyway, so the goal is to set up the actual studio. Um, I'm thinking about going back to school to get my master's. So I don't know if that's something I want to do or not, but that's something I'm thinking about doing. I don't know if anyone's got a chance to go on Tierra's Facebook page, but I'm gonna try to get a hold of her for some different financial opportunities and stuff. I'm trying to talk to Grand Canyon, Go Lopes, and try to get an actual ad from them. Most of y'all know that's my alma mater. That's where I went to school. But so I'm gonna try to get that because that'd be a big time sponsorship for us.
That would be great. That'd be a great look too. Absolutely, that would be a great look, I think.
So, and then I would like to, let's see, we got 3 months and we're almost at 1,000 views. So I would like to try to keep 1,000 views every 3 months. Hopefully it starts a little more though, especially since we're on Twitter, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, Instagram, we're on all these different places. So that's something that I would really like to that's something I would really like to continue to work on and do these multiple platforms. But it's like what makes it difficult is you had about I think it's about 400 people that were reached for the little event thing I did on Facebook, and I had I think 7 people respond, which I'm not really like I'm not upset about because I appreciate those 7 people. It's just still kind of like it's really
it
upsetting sometimes.
Yeah, it's a headache and it's a struggle. And those 8 people that responded might be the 8 people that are watching now or listening. And it's difficult, and I think we should be, more active about it in 2020. Um, just we got to keep that go get them attitude and just you know reach for the stars. But it does get frustrating. It really does. So we're just asking that you guys just chip in, just watch it, just share it, just hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter. We're going to have big things happening, and beginning in 2020, we're going to hit it hard. So I can't,
Well,
I can't wait to see what we do in 2020 because, Brian and I, we've talked about it and just who we want to bring in, what we want to talk about, and just everything. I'm just really excited about it.
well, I think one of the things I want to try to get control people is I know a lot of people are mad because I keep posting these things, support me, support me, support me, support me. But what they're not understanding, which I know you, because you get tired, because it might be 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm texting you and you're like, dude, I have a life outside of the podcast, even though you don't.
It's
So
fine. I understand.
and I'm up and you're trying to go, you're trying to stay asleep. It's it's a bigger deal. Hold on a second. Someone's on Snapchat, I guess, trying to get a hold of us. But anyways, oh, I sent out a link to the Snapchat too. But anyways, I know people get really aggravated at that, but what happens is it's a either or thing. So if people don't want to share, they don't want to comment, they don't want to like, they're not giving me anything that I can show sponsors, then it causes a problem. So when I post something and then I go to a sponsor, like how much activity do you have on Facebook? Then I'm like, oh well, I got 100 people on Facebook, but one person's going to share it, and 99% of the time it's me. So the only other option is like, shares, comments, and things like that, or it's pay to play. So there is no happy median. And one of the reasons why I'm intentionally not trying to funnel so much money into the podcast right now is because once I start doing that and I start doing it myself, and our bandwidth gets larger, that means more people are going to come in.
Right.
But it won't be people that I've reached, or it won't be people that come willingly or naturally. It's going to be people that I paid to reach out to. So whenever that happens, then it becomes an issue of you wasn't there in the now you're here, and at some people there's no fault. But I'll make a good point to you. I got a group of friends in Australia that support me like 110%.
Sweet.
So and then I got people in the same city as me, and I can't get them to share something. Hold on, I'm typing back. You would think with a bachelor's degree from online school, I would just boom, there we go. I'm about to put it on blast. Boom. Okay. I don't know if you can see that, but so
who is that? Is she?
Well, I don't know. Huh?
Is she one of our followers?
So
I think she is.
she is actually one of my Australians. But so let me explain this to you. This is how the Army works. So me was in basic training together back in 2009, and we become very good friends. So she adopted me, say, year-old kid in basic training. So uh that was pretty cool. And here we are 10 years later, and we're every day. So
Wow.
that was kind of cool. Yeah, so she's pretty much kept up with me for 10 years and done them, and then my biological mom actually commented too. So there's my biological. So
Hey,
I got both of them on here, and that's pretty cool to me. Actually, I think that's
that
awesome.
is pretty cool. That is pretty
So
cool, man.
I mean, hey, whatever, you know what I mean, whatever works. But so that's the goal for 2020 is try to get a little studio set up, try to get a little better, try to get some port.
Our thing
There's
is
I wanted earlier instead of for for willingly in in the first year,
oh yeah,
because
absolutely.
it's really hard to start something from nothing. I don't know. Hey, they're both talking to each other. Y'all are supposed to be talking to me, but okay, y'all do whatever y'all want to. They're my two moms are commenting to each other.
Oh wow.
Kind of weird. Okay, um, but anyway, so that would be the goal. I want to plan something. I want to do something cool. Um, I don't know if I'll be able to do a community thing or if it had to be individual, but I'm gonna try to do something. I got a couple months to try to figure it out. The election is next year, so she said I'm listening. So we're gonna have a lot of podcasts about the election. Um, Josh, Pastor Josh, I should say, he's been extremely busy in his personal life. So hopefully he's getting finished. He's got 6 or 7 episodes that we got lined up for him to do. Joe Collins is willing to come back, so I think that's pretty cool. He's doing his thing in California right now, getting ready to take down Maxine Waters in
Hey,
lower LA.
tell him North
And
Carolina's. Tell him North Carolina. He's got North Carolina's vote. Even though we don't count all the way in California, he's got our vote.
yeah, man, I tell you, I've seen more done in the streets of downtown LA since he's been running than I've seen in like of Maxine Waters being in there for 30 years.
She ain't done that.
So I also have the Compton Conservative. So shout out to her. I actually met her through Joe Collins. She's supposed to come on. That's going to be an interesting thing because she's basically exactly the same but opposite of Jonathan. So that's going to be fun.
That's going to be interesting.
And let's see. So those are pretty much going to be the big things. I'm gonna try to post more on YouTube and do like some videos. So hopefully I can do shorter videos on there, and I can get people interacting that way. But when I do it like this, I can still take the audio file, edit it, and then put it on Anchor. So after I do this, and I can put it on Anchor, and people will still be able to
That's awesome.
hear it. Yeah. So
That really is
I mean
awesome.
it yeah, it's
I'm sorry.
it's okay. I just muted. Um, but yeah, so that's what I would like to do. I don't know if anybody has any hints about what they would like to see done. Do have phone number for the podcast also. So if anybody needs to send me a message, just so everyone knows, it's not my actual phone number, and I
Yeah,
do
make
have a
sure you
block
throw
on
that
it.
out there. Make sure.
Yeah, it's not my actual phone number, and there are blocks on call me at 2 o'clock in the morning, even though I'm probably um, probably going to be awake, unfortunately. Um, so I don't want anybody to think they can go in there and harass me because I mean it's a block button. It's 1 second away, but while I'm talking about it, I haven't memorized it for some odd reason because I'm really bad with numbers. But I'm going to put it in the comment section. Um, and for those that are going to eventually be listening, the phone number is 910-317-9163. So if it's for the podcast, get on me, get up on it right there. If you have my personal cell phone number, please give out the 317 number, and I probably won't answer it as
That would
nicely
be
as.
funny. That would be funny.
Well, it's just one of those things, man. That when it comes through for the podcast, it's a whole lot different than coming through as my personal phone number. So I want to make sure people know that they do it. But what's probably gonna happen is someone's gonna call the podcast phone, and I'm gonna be a complete jerk, and I'm gonna get myself in trouble.
You can't be a jerk
But
on the very first phone call, man. You got to lure them in first.
what I'm saying, if they call, if I think it's my phone, but it's actually the other one. But it's not bad though. I mean, it works. I get text message, I can get phone calls, I can get all those things. And it won't mess up. So one thing that I have that's on here that I want to look into is the if I for some odd reason, if I do this on my personal page, and I think it's part of the pay to play, but if I do a live on my personal Facebook, which I guess our next one, I won't do it on the locks page. I'll do it on my personal one because my personal one by now I'd have like 100 views, and on this one I got 4 viewers currently. It's telling me is that the algorithm sad when your mom clowns you on a live feed. I'm gonna try to get on Facebook and see if I can watch party real quick for my. It'll show everyone. It'll show everyone on my that there's an event going on. Oh, here you go. For a comment, it didn't. Why is it not getting up there? Her comment opened up. There it goes.
It seems that everybody that knows you
I hope
is a jerk.
she knows that.
Realize that.
I mean, it's not really like I've ever hit it.
No, you haven't.
I'm trying to. So I'm trying to figure out how to do this. I'm trying to figure out how to do a watch party. So it says that um, it can't do it. So I don't know if the video is still up or not. Somebody let me know if it's still good because I'm trying to do it on my phone and it says that it's no longer. It says it's not doing it. So I don't know. See, that's all that matters. That everybody anywhere can post it.
She might.
She's gonna go ahead and put her on blast. I guess that is true. So I'm no one's message to tell me if it's still working, and I don't know if it's still working on YouTube because I don't have anyone to show me. It says I'm live, so
yes,
I guess that's all that really matters.
We're still rolling.
Well, that was, I really, one of the big reasons why I wanted to do this in this kind of format is I would much rather do it with you and get things messed up and it not be like a dead serious conversation. It's more of a meet and greet. It's more of a conversation so people can communicate with us what they want to see. Okay, right. She said it's good on Facebook. What they want to see, if they got any questions for you, any questions for me, any questions for anybody. So we got 2 likes, 3 loves, and a haha. Could be worse.
Yeah, it could be worse.
So see, I have a
hey, can't we do like little videos on Instagram and like pay to have them sponsored so they get thrown out randomly in people's Instagram feed? We haven't done that
yet. Oh, I'm glad you said that. So I forgot a couple sponsors because I mentioned Joel.
Joel Osteen.
But we also got no. I'm not Kanye. I know I got the stylish figure of Kanye.
Yeah.
But I'm not Kanye.
You ain't got
so
the
we also
like that, bro.
We also have. Oh, you don't know that. I have a podcast.
Yeah, I'm a podcaster.
Hey, I got the shirt. Do you have one?
See, what had happened was, don't make me feel bad. I know I got to get mine. I got to get it.
I'm trying to get everybody else to get one. You ain't even got one.
You wait. I know, man. I know. I've been slacking so bad. But as soon as I get it, I'm posting it, and I'm wearing it. Hey, you got a big order. Hey, don't play. You might have a big order coming through. I might have one for every member of the household.
Bro, if I could get that beard game going on strong like that, like I would be putting that on my shirt, but I'm not putting your mug on my shirt.
Hey, don't worry about it. I wouldn't put my mug on my shirt either. Listen, I'm torn. I don't know whether to bring it to my face or like Duck Dynasty Rocket Hard style. I'm not sure which one. I'm torn.
You going Duck Dynasty. Mama, if you want one, I'll send you the link. Oh. Look at this. This is the only woman I've ever known that will say something like this when she wants something. Look at this. Now I don't ever be asked if Sandy wants something. Sandy wants it. Sandy gonna get it. Well, I don't know. Within a limit, there are certain things that she would just ask.
I was agreeing with you about Dorothy too, but then I thought about it. She would probably talk. Well, I don't know about talk to me, but she would tell me, "Hey, I'm getting this."
But it would be formed. It would be formed in a question.
Yeah, It would. Dorothy would
You
probably
know,
do the
it'd be like,
exact same thing.
yeah, like, hey, can I have this? And she's not. It's not really asking, because if you say no, then you're probably gonna get your head dented in. And so
Oh
the only
yeah,
option
you're
is
sleeping
to
on the
say
couch that night.
yeah. Oh, you got some. You got some comments on your. You got some comments on your beard. There you go. That
Thank
beard is
you. I
rocking.
appreciate it. It takes a lot of work and a lot of effort. Thank you. I ate for
Yeah.
Christmas.
Look at it.
For Christmas I actually got me a nice beard brush and some oils and some supposed to be conditioner, softener or something. My wife really hooked me up. So
If only you put that much effort into your podcast game.
I know, man. I know. Listen, I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Hey,
But
hey, listen though. Truth be told, if I didn't have my beard, I wouldn't be this cool. I'm telling you that. I'm just being honest. I'm only cool because of the beard.
I mean, yeah, I could see you walking into like a biker bar, like all 5'3" of you, and they'd be like, "Oh, here comes a big bad biker guy," and then you open your mouth and like, "Yeah,
I
no."
know. I open my mouth and start talking. They'd be like, "The hell, Pee Wee Herman is here."
um,
Man, I hate my voice. I've always told Dorothy that. Even when we first started dating, I hate my voice. I can't stand it. I absolutely hate it.
you see that comment, right?
Let me see. Yeah. Hey, let me tell you something. Truth be told, Becky, the only reason I lost all this hair is from my first marriage. And I'm gonna just leave it at
Oh, I
that.
thought you was gonna say me. I figured you was gonna say me.
Well, listen, if I still had any there after my first wife, you would have made me lose the rest. So
These luscious locks I got, I just wake up like this.
listen, it's about time for a
Oh
shave
no,
again.
it really is the fact that Brian lost his hair too. So,
My
so let me see what.
my barber is trying to talk me into getting a hot shave. She tells me it's life changing.
So personal question.
All right, go ahead.
Tierra's on. Tierra, you need to, since
Tiara,
you
what's
finally
up?
decided to show up, you need to click on that link right there, Tierra, and you need to join the podcast so people can say hey to you, and they
It
can
would
see
be
who you
so
are, because
cool.
I
How
really want everybody to, huh?
everybody that has done an episode with us, how cool would it be if they could all get on here with us right now? That would
I
be
mean,
so
I sent
freaking
an
cool.
invite to them.
That would be
No,
cool.
I mean it would be pretty awesome. I think I can only do like 3 or 4 at a time, but that's the thing. I can do up to, I think, 5 or 6 people, but that's like $80 a month or something for a corporate account instead of just a basic.
No jodas.
So I mean, when you start paying me for my hours, it'll be different. So anyways, we'll try to get with Tierra, who just got on, and try to figure out how to get the LLC finalized, get all that done, get all the tax paperwork that's needed and everything like that done, so we can start getting this, getting this thing rolling, especially with sponsors and things like that. I think that's really the biggest thing. You gotta move your phone back because it's echoing again.
Oh, do I? Sorry. Hey.
Yeah. So
I tried to charge my phone and it wouldn't charge, so I'm down here on the floor next to the charger and my foot's falling asleep. So I'm not in a very good situation right now.
okay, so we're gonna have to do a GoFund Brian account, a laptop computer, so we can do this.
For every $10 that goes into my fund, I'll donate $2 to the Luck on Everything podcast. Isn't that fair? Oh, somebody's coming in. Hey.
Oh. What's up, mama? You got bad signal, so I can't hardly hear you.
Okay, how's that?
Oh, yep, I got you now.
I can hear.
Nothing like going live with bad hair.
Hey, I know how you feel. I can't say
It's
a
all
whole
right.
lot either.
You see, Brian?
I have a bad hair day.
Brian hair
Hey,
is.
I have a bad hair day every day.
That's okay.
See, he didn't really go bald. His hairline receded that far.
Hey, if you think having a bad hair day is bad, try waking up with bed beard when you got this half over here, this half over here, and this part is sticking up over here.
Well, you do know why men go bald, right?
It looks
So-
like two cats had a fight in my beard by the time I wake up of a morning.
Do you know why men go bald?
So his hairline
why-
actually
why?
went.
Because when they get
Women.
to a certain, it starts to grow inward. If it hits something, it turns gray. If it doesn't, it just disappears.
Hey, true story. I told my 7-year-old daughter. She was like, "Dad, I see hair in your ears." I said, "What it is?" True story. This. Hey, I should get Dad of the Year for this. Okay. I told my daughter that what it was, that the smarter that I get, my hair goes down into my brain, and then my brain itself starts growing the hair. And if you see it coming out of my ears, that's how smart I am. So I've convinced my
Okay.
7-year-old daughter that the longer my ear hair is, the smarter I am. Because it couldn't grow on my head anymore.
Wow.
Tell me that's not awesome or what?
That's a good one.
I think the worst part is we're gonna have people that's never been to America watch this, and they're going to be like, "Oh my, these American
Oh
parents
my
are
God.
ridiculous."
Like, excuse my language, but they're going to be like, these dumb ass people right here expect us to donate money and watch their show, and they got a co-host idiot like this guy.
Hey, that's why that title "co" is in there.
Yeah. Brian, tell him,
know,
say,
you
hey,
got-
look, man, hey,
You get that.
if you have to fire me, I understand.
I'll keep you around for a day or two. At least until I can find someone that works for free, and then.
Hey, good help's hard to find these days, even when it is free.
Yeah. Oh, there's
My
another
kids
little
are
one.
nosy. My nosy kids.
But yeah, so Mama, what would be your favorite episode?
I haven't gotten to see as many as I'd like to because of work. I don't know. This was pretty good.
You'll make me choke on my non-disclosure. Which one of the ones did you? Okay, so let me ask you this: which one didn't you like as much? Besides the one that I wasn't on.
Oh yeah, those are everybody's least favorites.
Doghouse.
Hold on a second, y'all talking at the same time. What'd you say, Mama?
I said it's probably the one that got you in the doghouse.
Of course it is. Of course.
That's. Listen though, this is what people gotta understand. People can get mad, but when I get 100 views in one day, that's how I am. That's how people are able to let me get sponsored. Because when I have 100, when I have 100 views an episode and they've been out for 2 days, I can charge a sponsor $30 for an ad. Right now, I can barely get $5 for an ad, and that's not each time it runs. That's like one time, and then I have to play their ad however many times that they request it. So it's kind of like a negotiation thing. You know, I'm like, hey, this is. They say, hey, this is what I want, and then I go on the website and be like, hey, I'll do this for this much, and they say, okay, well, I'll give you this much, but you have to have this many viewers, or you have to do it for this long, or you know, whatever it may be. So I may make $5 and run someone's ad 15 times. So
Right.
but yeah, that's pretty much it. But do you have any questions or comments?
Questions or comments? Nope. Just you're doing a good job, and I'm proud of you.
All righty. Well, I appreciate it, and I'm gonna get back to BSing with Brian.
All right.
But thanks for joining us.
It's nice meeting you.
Bye.
The pleasure's all hers, I'm sure.
Yeah, I bet.
All right. That was pretty gnarly.
Yeah, it was. That
wasn't
cool.
expecting that one. Yeah, I wasn't really expecting that. So, but anyways, I think that I'm trying to see if Tierra will get on here. She's still, I don't know what she's doing.
Tierra is too cool for school.
I think what it is she's so smart with numbers that the rest of the stuff is like you ever seen that episode of A Certain Yellow Sponge, and he's like in there, and on the episode his brain then like gets or he's told to forget everything, so there's like little brain dudes inside his head are like setting the filing cabinets on fire.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's how I see it. Yeah, you know, when people start learning so much, they get fooled. They just start trashing stuff that they don't need. That is probably the cutest onesie I've ever seen. What is she putting on your head?
I don't know, some toy or something.
Yeah, but
Look,
yeah, I think
there it is. You see it?
Oh, that is epic, dude. You should actually. You know what? We're going to take a picture of that later, and that's going to be our cover photo.
It makes me feel beautiful. What can I say?
At least something can. A face only a mother can love.
Hey, and apparently my daughter loves my face too. Ow.
Well, she don't have a choice.
She wants to be all. Sky, stop. Go in there. All right, sorry about that.
Oh, you're fine. Tierra, if you're still watching, did you figure it out yet? All you got to do is go on the link that I sent. Just copy the link and then paste it into the, or you should be able to click on it either or, and just there.
She can't figure it out.
I don't know if she's still on. She hasn't messaged back. Oh, she wants us to, I see her comment now. She wants us to teach her how to do live streams.
Hey, we got you, girl.
Oh,
we got you. Absolutely. Tell her we'll teach her. Or you will. We is too many people.
Oh, there it goes. So I don't know.
Something's going on. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I'm not real sure, but
I can't hear you.
You can't hear. Oh, thank you, froze. Can you hear me now? Oh, that's why. That's why.
What
Oh,
are
where'd
you
he go?
doing?
It kicked him out.
I know.
Hey,
Hello.
Battle. Oh yeah, it is lagging. So it's lagging because Tierra was trying to get in, and I think it kicked Brian out. So let's see.
Oh Lord, so I'm gonna be blamed for that, huh?
Okay, so me, but my mama. Yep. Oh, so since you're on here, um, since you have helped us out so much on the podcast, and you did an episode with us, go ahead and do your spiel about M&J.
So you just gonna put me on blast, and you then hold up, wait. First of all, was you comparing me to SpongeBob, or that was you just comparing to?
No. Why would I do that?
I don't know. You give me such a hard time.
Anywho, tell them about your money stuff.
Okay. So I am the CEO of Day Financial Management. What I do is help people with financial planning, get financial stability, credit repair, help them set up their small businesses or establish small businesses. So basically, bookkeeping, tax preparation. So tax season is coming up, you guys. So make sure you contact me at M&J Financial Management. I will be doing a drawing of a giveaway for a Amazon Fire Stick for anybody that comes in and render my services. But yeah, I do payroll services, bookkeeping, financial planning. So, helping you budget and all that other good stuff, all that other good financial planning stuff like that. Oh, and also credit repair and grant writing. And I'm also getting into helping small business owners establish business credit because that's important too.
So so on your episode that you did.
Mm-hmm.
So now that it's like over with and you've listened to it and everything else, what are your thoughts about it?
My thoughts about it, by me actually listening to it, it's making me really, I really did have to evaluate my circle, and I'm finding myself now just staying more focused, surrounding myself with like-minded people, because it is hard trying to be prosperous at anything you do when you're not surrounded right by if you don't have the right people in your inner circle. So, if did you tell them about the podcast episode?
What?
Yeah, the one I was on.
Yeah, everybody that's on here knows about it.
Oh, okay. I was like, okay, we just talk about it. But yep, I'm also, my podcast station is also Tips with T. So we collaborate, and we basically was talking about how we surround ourselves with the right people, and basically knowing and identifying who should be in your inner circle, who is toxic, are they for you and your business and things of that nature, because that's all good to know whenever you're trying to excel in life and get your business to where you need to be, or just in your personal life. Brian, are you buffering
no idea
over
what just
there?
happened. Yeah, I don't know what in the world's going on. I guess I'm gonna have to go get Wi-Fi just for my my man cave. That way I'm not going off the houses. But we're good now. I think we're good. I don't know. It's Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I mean, it says we're good. It just says that let me see. Yeah, it still says we're live. It just won't let me it won't let me comment because I was going to take that could put. Okay, there it goes. Now it all caught up. So there we go. Let me do it like that. There we go. So with the inner circle, it's really hard,
Mm-hmm.
and what what I have learned is like you have a service, so it's a whole lot easier for someone to see what they're getting out of it. So basically, if someone goes, my taxes done, and you do their taxes, then they can see that their taxes got done. Whereas on my side, it's kind of like, hey, I need you to go listen to me talk for an hour. So, it's pretty difficult. It's not like I can really get like, what are they called? Is it grade A? Whatever it's called, like top tier people, like celebrities and people that I guess people care about.
Mm-hmm.
But I really try. So like with your stuff, Jonathan stuff, Sam's stuff. We can't forget Sam with Archangel. Those are real life. Those are like real life people in real life situations that hopefully can help one person, and that's the biggest thing of doing a podcast is helping one person. So
Right.
with Sam's, it would be to help the children in the school. With yours, it would be to help someone, whether it's either they're in a financial situation or if they're stuck in a position to where they're holding on to people that are pulling them backwards instead of just cutting the string and dropping them where they lay. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you got to do that. And then, with Jonathan's, when people are in a situation to where they don't see, like, everything's gone wrong and they can't get out of it. There's always a way. They just have to fight. And that's why I try to explain to people, you have to fight. Just because you go and you try something doesn't mean it's going to work out. But in the long run, it will work out. And that's why I try to tell people it's all about taking that one step. And to me, taking that one step is a success. It's not how do I go and make $1 million. It's not how do I become rich and famous. It's just making one step from where you came from, and then allowing your kids to start where you finished instead of starting where you started.
Right.
Because if we just continue to have our children start exactly where we started, then I mean, while it's obvious, nobody's gonna go anywhere. People don't see it. I mean, imagine if everyone, like you playing Monopoly or something, and everybody keeps rolling a zero, and someone's expecting to win, or every time you roll, everyone ends up in jail. I mean, and if you really think about it, that's life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so, and that's one thing about, but yeah, so hopefully yours helps people, because most of the time the people you got to cut are the ones that are closest to you.
Yeah, it family is quicker to hurt you and turn on you, or even your best friends, quicker than any stranger will. Um, and it. I mean, and it spoke about a lot. Even with us, we're Christians, and in the Bible, it spoke about like that in the Bible, like in very very certain cases, or God told like different ones in the Bible to separate from their families because He knew that they were toxic for them, and if they didn't, they wouldn't get to where they were supposed to be or destined to be. So it is kind of hard, but it is what it is. So you just have to learn to say, okay, it is what it is. How can I restart? How can I be around people that's going to give me the same energy that I give them? And just knowing the ways or the factors of how to identify those people. And you can tell when someone is genuine. You can tell when someone is not genuine. And you can tell when they're for you or when they're not after a while, because they can't hide it but so long, and it's going to come out. So
There's one thing that I learned, and it's really crazy. So the best way to determine if a person is truly for you or against you is to really just go out and have a plan. I remember being a kid, and I used to tell people different things just to see who told it. You know what I mean? Like, hey, can you keep a secret? Yeah. So I just tell 4 or 5 people a different secret. And when it got back to me, I would know where it came from because I only told one person because it was a lie, but I want to know who was trustworthy and who wasn't. And it's kind of the same thing. So if you have a group of, say 10 people and y'all all best friends and everything's fine and dandy, well, then tell them you have a plan to be successful. Be like, hey, I started saving money, or hey, I'm not going to go on vacation with y'all this year and blow my money because I'm going to invest it, or hey, I'm gonna start my own business. I'm gonna start doing these things, even if it's a bald-faced lie. And you'll start to see the friends that are like, you know what, I'll stay up with you all hours of the night trying to help you. I'll spread the word for you. I'll share your post because having a Facebook post and having a podcast, just getting people to hit the share button is absolutely like it's
Hard.
pulling teeth. But then you see like the stupidest things getting 100 million shares, and you're just like, I got 500 people and I can't get but 2 people to share it. And I think a lot of it has to do with people are afraid of success, and it's really one of those things that at some point in time you just have to say, hey, I'm gonna do it with you, I'm gonna do it without you.
Yeah.
And although it won't be as easy to be successful without your family, but at the end of the day, not everybody has a family that wants to go out and get it. They don't have a drive, they don't have a passion, and it's not really like an obsession. Like it's an obsession with money. It's just the fact of you just feel like you were meant for more, and the only way you can really fulfill that urge is by trying different things. Whether you try 100 businesses and you fail, it may be the 100th one that you do that is the reason why the good Lord put you here. So that episode that we did together, while we had a lot of jokes and a lot of laughs, that was actually really good to me. I mean, that was, and I think it's good for anyone that has I think it's good for anyone that has the ambition to be successful. And when you're a certain ethnic group or certain race or certain gender and all these other things, and you break past that stereotypes and you break past the mold of what you can and can't be, and you just go get it, then people are going to turn on you quickly. I've seen people, bust their tail to go to college. They work 2 or 3 jobs to go to college. And they're like, look, I put myself through college. I'm going to be my very best. And then, people get mad at them because they're like, you forgot where you came from, or you don't, you won't ever loan me money, and, all this other stuff that they wasn't there.
Right.
In the thing, like for example, I had a bunch of people tell me that that they didn't want to join the military because they couldn't have a drill sergeant yell at them. But then they're like, hey, Brian, can I borrow some money? And I'm like, that's that drill sergeant yelling at you money. I don't think I can help you. You didn't want it. You were going to punch him in the face. I mean, but so you got an MBA, and I'm sure it wasn't easy.
No.
And unfortunately, in our society, being a smart black woman, or being black and being smart now, for some ridiculous reason, it's people use it as an insult because you're educated.
Yeah.
So there's no support from people's family to be successful, because if you're successful, that means that they could have been successful, but they let their excuses get the best of them.
Yeah, and I told you that's like we talked about before. That's when people just like oppress their fears upon you because you going somewhere they never been, or they never thought about going, or they never thought about achieving. But that's not your problem. That's theirs. And a lot of people fail to realize that half of the time when people are belittling you and putting you down is because they have something going on within themselves that's making them have a problem with you. But the problem is not you. The problem is within themselves.
No, I mean, and that is that's one of those things, and it's the closest people, whether it's your parents, whether it's your brothers and sisters. I mean, think about it. If you say you got 5 siblings and 4 are trash and one becomes something, they was all raised the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the fact that the one went and busted their tail to do something, or is it the fact that he just got lucky? I mean, I'm not talking about like winning the lottery or
Mm-hmm.
anything that just happened. I'm talking about you know like I got some cousins of mine that are crackheads,
Right.
and they're on the tribal lands, and all I hear them talk about is how it's the white people's fault they didn't do it. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure the fact that you decided to smoke crack is the reason why you're a felon, and you can't do anything with your life because the pipe runs it. Pretty sure a white person may have insisted that you smoke crack, but at the end of the day, you lit the pipe. I mean, their brother, busts their tail to go to college. The other brother busts their tail working at the bottom of a company to get, to basically, be in charge of the company. I mean, it's really, I mean, you just got to think that one person just get the unlucky stick, or did they actually do something stupid in their life to be a crackhead? I mean, no.
Well,
But yeah,
that's just people don't. That's just where people don't want to take responsibility of their own life. You have the power to control your own destiny. Um, and when people just want to constantly take blame and put blame on everybody else for their decisions, well, you have free will. You have the power of free will, and you free willily choose to make that decision or that choice that can affect your life. With every action, there's a reaction. With every choice or decision, there's a consequence to it, whether it's good or bad. And people don't want to actually accept that. They just want to believe that, oh, well, it's so and so's fault that I'm this way. When are you going to take responsibility for your own life? When are you going to take responsibility for your own healing so you can get to your purpose and your destiny? Everybody don't, a lot of people don't want to accept that, and they feel like, oh, that's harsh, but no, that's reality. When you choose to hold on and stay in and be in that type of persona or that type of mindset, it causes you to be stagnant. And the person that you're blaming for your life and what happens, they're going on living their life. They're going on living their best life, and you're still in that same situation. So why
and
are you going to cause it to you?
see, one of those things like that too that I've realized going off of that is the fact that as long as you're below someone, they don't care.
Mm-hmm.
If they're better off than you, they got a nicer car than you, or they got a nicer house than you, then everything's okay. It's like they love you. You're like, because you're like the bar, and as long as they're above the bar, then they're good with themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you wake up one day and you're like, you know what, I'm not going to be the bar no more. I'm not going to be the mediocre line. I'm going to be the standard. Um, and you start moving your life above the other person instantly. Like just random things are going to start happening. Um, but yeah, there's that whole thing. But before I give you the boot and I finish out, um, I had a person that was contacting me the other day and was saying that they wanted more and they wanted better, but they didn't know how to do it. They didn't know what they could do. And I was like, well, the first thing is, can you save any money? if you can,
Mhm.
this is what you need to do. You need to go ahead and get you your $50 and open your bank account up. That's the first step. Whether it takes you 5 years, 100 years, that's the first step is
Mhm.
to get you open up. Once you get that started, then you can start saving your dollar, your $2 here and there, whatever it may be. But you have to draw a line. I mean, if like one thing that I really don't like, and I guess it's kind of if a shoe fits kind of type thing. Like when people tell me they don't have money to do stuff, but they can they can smoke 2 packs of cigarettes a day, and that's like $10.
we we had this conversation. I remember we
But
had
you
this
know what I mean?
conversation.
Like if you have the
Mhm.
money to smoke a blunt, but you don't got the money to pay your light bill, I mean, you should probably stop smoking grass and pay your light bill. Now, when you get the money to, you could pay your light bill and you got extra change in there. Hey, you toke up. Um, if you can drink a case of beer a night and your kids are hungry, you should probably feed your kids and stop drinking beer. But I don't know why that isn't an obvious. I don't understand why it's not an obvious thing, which people know. Like me and Sandy spoil our kids like ridiculously. But there's still certain things that like. Well, I'll tell you an example. So, a lot of people get mad and post on Sandy stuff because we go on vacations and we do all this other stuff, but they don't realize is we don't drink or smoke.
Mhm.
So, and we don't go out to the club like that. We don't go to the bar. I mean, you're a financial advisor, so I'm pretty sure that you know what I'm saying when people will, not pay their bills. But if they come in and to you and I'm like, hey, I can't pay my bills, and you're like, well, it'll save you $2,000 a year if you stop smoking. You're like, oh, I'm not stopping my cigarettes. I'm keeping mine.
Yeah,
Okay, well, continue not
it's
to pay your bills.
um it's people. It's basically where people live above their means for one. They have a habit that they really can't support, but they have that habit. Um, and bad money management skills. Don't know how to set priorities first. Um, I don't have nothing against anybody smoking or drinking, but can you support the habit and live comfortably, to where you're not struggling when it comes to paying bills and when it comes to your daily living. And now if that's an issue, then yeah, you might want to reconsider or cut back or find another way to help support your habit. Maybe have an extra stream of income coming in somewhere, something. Um, but yeah, a lot of people that's like that, they don't be wanting to hear that, Brian. It's like you done, you ready to start a fight.
Went out on us again.
Yeah, you buffering
But
again.
okay, there we go. So, no, you have to do something, and some people are probably gonna get mad. But one of the things that my older children, because I'm not gonna talk to my younger one about it, but I told him, I was like, look, it's like if you go out and you get you a job, you do what you're supposed to, you build yourself successful, a success, you do your thing and you're happy. If you want to go and get you some grass or whatever, I mean that's on you. But don't do it. But when you're out there and you got kids and you're trying to like feed your kids and you like don't have enough money for gas and and it's not because you're I guess say poor or like you're anything, but you're starting out. And I guess that's the whole thing. When you're starting out building, you need to build with everything you got.
Mhm.
And then I go back to the thing of building a house. If you cheap out on the foundation and then you build this big, massive, elaborate house, it's going to crumble.
Mhm.
But if you take a little extra money and time to build the foundation correctly, you may not have the biggest house, but it's going to sustain itself. It's going to be there. It's not going to cave in under the pressure. So that's one thing that I try to tell. But I mean, we'll get into a whole nother podcast here. I think Brian's phone died because he was talking about trying to charge it. So we got this. We got this on StreamYard for a month. I talked him into give me a trial. So hopefully it pays off. Hopefully everybody likes it. The audio, whenever I get done, it'll send me out to the email. I'm gonna put it on a computer. And if I remember correctly, so StreamYard, if I remember, doesn't do one audio file, it does two. So even though I lagged, your audio should still be in there, and I should still be able to bring it back together. I just don't know how long it's going. I don't know how long it's going to take me to edit it because I've never edited like this before. But yeah. So if you want to do your sign out, then I'm gonna give you the boot, and then I'm gonna finish talking and running my yapper. And then I'm gonna call it quits, and I'm going to the BED because it is like 10 o'clock at night.
Yes, it is. Well, I am Tiara. I am the CEO once again of M&J Financial Management. Check out my podcast on Anchor, Tips with T, where we have these type of conversations to encourage people. But if you would like to contact me or schedule an appointment, my number is 910-317-0396, and I will talk to you guys later because my phone is about to die. But bye, Brian. We will chat tomorrow.
Make sure you put your phone number and stuff in the comments so people can see it if they need to contact you.
All right.
Later. Alrighty, so that is Tierra. It's not letting me. I don't know why. Bye, Tierra. Oh, there she goes. Okay, she just hung up. So, anyways, I appreciate everybody watching. We have some big plans coming up in 2020. I'm going to try to do a live feed, not because this is a test one, and this is really I really want to get people out to try to meet Brian. Joel and some of the other guys wasn't able to get on. But if they ever come back on, hopefully I can get them on here. And Jesus, I forgot to mention Jesus. He's another podcaster, but hopefully I can get them on here, and we can start getting some of the episodes and minus this episode, all these live episodes, they're going to be a lot more constructed and a lot more of an interview type style, like the rest of our podcast are. If you're just getting in, here's one of my shirts for the podcast, and here's one of the other ones. So it says, "What's your story?" And if you listen to any of the podcast, then you know that while we do religion, politics, and stuff like that, I really like to hear people's stories, especially stories of people that come from nothing and just strove to become something. I've also liked to hear the ones that, they failed, succeeded, and they just keep the struggle, keep the fight on, because we just want to help one person. That's the goal. Whether I have 1 million followers, I have one follower, it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, I'm gonna keep doing this. But I just want to reach one person. One of my biggest things is that Billy Graham's accredited with saving, I think it's like 50 million souls, but it only took one preacher to save Billy Graham. So that preacher is accredited with 50 million and one, just by the nature of the fault. And so even if I don't know it, hopefully, if someone's listening, they're able to put themselves in the situation that they can, be that one step above where So hopefully it'll be if someone's in a situation. There's a lot of scholarships where you got to be perfect, you got to be this, and you got to be that, but they don't care that your parents were drug addicts who beat you constantly, or you know you were sexually assaulted or sexually abused and you lost your mind, so you dropped out of school because nobody believed you, or just whatever the crazy circumstances are. And I'm not a person that believes everybody should be getting everything for free, because I think when you do that, then people abuse the system. But for those that really want to go out and take it and go get it, and in that one step ahead of where they came from, I really want to find a way to help them. I don't know if it's through this podcast or if it's through something else, or what it is, but that's something that's really important to me. Many of you know I went to Grand Canyon University, and they took a chance on me because the only thing I had that I wanted to do was join the Army, and I didn't really care about anything else because I was just going to join the Army. And then I got in the Army, and the thing is, Grand Canyon didn't have me take a SAT or ACT or anything like that. Grand Canyon was like, hey, come on, you want to give this a shot, let's do it. And it's like, we'll make you a part-time part-time wouldn't be the correct word. Basically, you're not fully admitted into the school. You're like a temp. Yeah, there you go. You're like a temp student. You're just temporarily there. And the way Grand Canyon does it, which I really liked, is that they give you 12 credit hours, which is 3 classes. If you buckle down, don't make excuses, and do what you need to, you'll be fully accepted after those 12 hours. But if you don't, then you're just not going to be accepted. And that's the thing that, we were just talking about, is if you want to do something, you got to go. You got to do it. I mean, I really don't want to beat a dead horse on that no more, but it was brought up, and it's really important to me that people understand they got to get up, they got to do something. They can't sit on the couch and just complain about how everything's bad and how everything else, because I mean, everything is bad, everything does suck, but you got to take what's worth it. So anyways, I appreciate everybody that tuned in live and took this time out of your busy schedule. I appreciate it more than y'all will ever know. To Brian, everything that he does for me, as far as trying to get sponsors, trying to get people to do interviews, just sharing everything. Tierra for being on, Joel for sponsoring me, because Joel was my first official sponsor. Sam for coming on, Pastor Josh for coming on. Everybody the people that sold the merchandise or bought the merchandise this year, I should say, that was like out of the blue. Like, I knew I was going to get me some, but I didn't think people would do it like that. And then Tim went and bought like 6 shirts and a hoodie, or 4 shirts and a hoodie, or 2 hoodies or something, whatever it was. And that was just crazy. And then I had a couple people that's like, hey, we believe in you, so we're going to make a monthly contribution. And I mean, even if it's 99 cents, that, when I look at it, that's what keeps me going with this, and showing that I am for somebody. So, I mean, the shares are important, the likes are important, the comments are important. So, if you support me, just go on the Facebook. It's facebook.com/Lock on Everything. Hit the share button. Take 2 seconds to hit the share button. So Mama, it's actually it's actually Jade Uniques on Facebook. I'll have to put the comments on whenever I get out of the actual broadcast. But if you go to well, I'll tell you what. I'll put it up on the page. I'll put it on YouTube in the comments, and I'll put the link up on Facebook for everyone to have. But if you're on Facebook and you just go into the page and type in Jade Uniques or Outlaw Uniques on Instagram, then you can pull it up, and all you have to do is just message her and just tell her you want a podcast shirt, and then just tell her if it's for a veteran or not for a veteran. If it's for a veteran, then if it's not a veteran, then you'll still get the awesome flag. You just won't have the veteran sign on it. So other than that, I think I'm about to sign off. I think I did everything, and my goal was to, close out the year, start the new year. Hopefully we can keep this live thing going with our interviews and get people in here to talk and get people to interact on YouTube. So make sure you share the YouTube page. If you're not on the YouTube page, just go on YouTube and type in the Lock on Everything, and then hit the subscribe button. And then if you hit the bell also, that will notify you whenever a new video is posted or something like that, because I'm not going to do all my episodes live, because we'll have technical difficulties like this on every episode. So I am going to do a whole bunch of pre-recorded ones. But for the people that are on Patreon, and are signing up on Patreon to do monthly subscriptions, one of the things that I'm going to do is actually, I'm going to stop sending the link out on the open chat, and I'm actually going to put the link in Patreon, so whoever is a monthly subscriber can actually have the ability to come on and talk to me, or whoever I'm interviewing, and ask them questions and things like that. When I do it live, I'm going to do a little bit different. So when it's pre-recorded, I think I'm going to invite everybody that's a paid subscriber to get on. When I do it live, obviously that'll be a chance for everybody to go on, and everybody can comment on YouTube and Facebook and stuff like that. But to actually be a part of the video, I think that's what I'm gonna do for the people that are helping out on Patreon, or Instagram or anything like that. And Anchor's the other one. You can subscribe, PayPal and Stripes. So those are the big things. Make sure you go listen to Ruck Up Podcast by Joel, because he does do a lot of work for us to help us with this. Make sure you go to Sam Galvez's page, Archangel, and talk to them. My Aussies have just got in finally, so that is awesome. So Debbie and Tony, since I'm talking about people, I want to thank you guys for holding down the whole continent over there, and sharing the podcast around Australia. That is just, to me, that's insane that people would care enough to, in a whole other side of the world, would care enough to share it and get people to listen to me and stuff like that. And then let's see. So yeah. Oh, and I got the wife and kids, and the grandkids, because they're in there too, because instead of being in there, they gave me these last 2 hours to run my mouth, and that's actually a whole lot of support, this to help me to get this going on. So, but yeah, I think that's all. We got a 1,000,010 ways to get a hold of me, if you would like to get a hold of me. Oh, Aussies. Okay, y'all go communicate with each other, Aussies. But yeah, so that's it. If y'all have any questions, comment, concerns, or anything like that, make sure you get a hold of me, whether it's at thelockoneverything@gmail.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Really just go on Google and type in the Lock on Everything, and then like the Lock on Everything Twitter, the Lock on Everything Facebook, the Lock on Everything YouTube, whatever. But make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, do the laughy faces, whatever you need to do. But this has been the Lock on Everything with your host, Brian Locklear. I appreciate it. I love you all. Let's get ready for 2020, and hopefully we'll meet here again in a year and have a whole lot more things to talk about. And hopefully we'll have a lot more interaction from people, and we'll just have a great year. If you know of anyone that wants to get on an interview, or anyone that you think I would like to comment and message me, I'll talk to really anyone that will listen to me talk. So, all right, I'm out.